Hello, I'm talking with Dr. Benjamin Weeks, who is a professor of biology at Adelphi University, and we're talking about PureWay-C and how advantageous it is to take PureWay-C. Is there more ongoing research on the effects on the immune system with PureWay-C?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, we've talked about some published research that's already published, but my group at Adelphi University is continuing to study the potential benefits of PureWay-C supplementation on the health of the immune system.
Okay.
And we've talked about how the inflammatory response can be destructive and how it can actually contribute to damage to the cardiovascular system.
All right.
And what I've done is looked at how exposure to environmental pollutants, pesticides in particular, can activate the immune system to become inflammatory and may underlie asthma, cardiovascular disease, and all the bad things associated with inflammation. And so I'd like to show you a graph real quick.
I would love to see that.
Okay. On this graph, what I will show you is treatment of T cells. So you can see on the vertical or y-axis T cells. And T cell attachment is critical to the first stages of inflammation. So really, if you look at the vertical axis, just think the higher the line, the more inflammation is taking place. Along the bottom, you see a little complicated word, but it's not that bad. It's bifenthrin. And bifenthrin is a common pesticide. You can see, if you follow the line with the black squares, you can see that as you add increasing concentrations of bifenthrin, there is an increase in the amount of T cell attachment or inflammation. That suggests that when you're exposed to pesticides, you're at risk for suffering an inflammatory response, like asthma, cardiovascular disease, and other things. If you look at the line that has the open box, that's treatment with bifenthrin and now PureWay-C added at the same time. And you can see that the amount of inflammation, while there still is some inflammation, that the amount of inflammation experienced with exposure to this environmental pollutant is significantly reduced when PureWay-C is also present. So vitamin C supplementation and PureWay-C supplementation, as I had mentioned before, is important not only because you need to have normal biochemical processes taking place in your body, but also because it helps protect you from environmental insult and damage. There are mention of other in-lab products here on the graph, but I won't go into them now, but you're certainly welcome to explore them at the InLab's website.
Thank you for that information, Dr. Weeks.
You're welcome.